Good morning, everyone. I'm Ahmed Hamouda, and I'm thrilled to be here today to talk about communicating with different students from different backgrounds. First of all, I'll introduce you to my team. We have Israr Rifai, Sarah Ahmed, Sarah Baha, and Rahab Ahmed. Okay. Um, as we said before, I want you just to imagine like you're in a world like waking up tomorrow without anybody able to understand anything. That's a problem in communication, okay? And it comes from the language itself. It's a problem, right? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. Today we will walk you through a lot of things. First of all, as you can see here, this is our communicating with different students from different backgrounds. Okay, as we said, like we're group B, team 3. Uh, our objectives for tonight or for today is by the end of the presentation, attendees will be able to learn about the culture, practices, and values of two different cultures by completing a detailed report on each culture. Okay. Second of all, you will be able to identify specific communication barriers by setting a feedback on the given information about at least 3 different barriers. Less like develop inclusive communication strategies by gathering feedback from at least 75% of the team members to measure effectiveness. Okay. Now we're going to move to the presentation keys. First of all, we're going to talk about, we'll have like a quick overview of barriers and challenges of cultural diversity faced by teachers and students within the classroom. You know, can like find a lot of problems concerning the culture aspect in such teams. Okay, second of all, we're going to talk about strategies can use to solve the issue of cultural diversity within the classroom. Okay, this is like a brief introduction. Again, communicating with students from diverse backgrounds can be challenging due to language barriers, cultural differences, and varied educational experiences. Socioeconomic factors are also a big problem. Okay, especially like a lack of teacher training and cultural competence also play a vital role. These challenges require thoughtful strategies to ensure an inclusive and supportive learning environment. Okay, so you can face a lot of problems concerning different classes, different cultures, different backgrounds, educational ones, and like class ones on a row. Okay, now we're gonna move to Miss Sarifai.
Thank you, Ahmed, for this amazing introduction. And now let's move into the next point here, which is the definition of cultural diversity. In order to know more about cultural diversity, we need to know what cultural diversity refers to. It may refer to, as we see, cultural expressions, values, languages, and traditions. First of all, cultural expressions. Cultural diversity as a variety of cultural expressions can be illustrated by looking at the distinct ways in which art, music, dance, and festivals are celebrated across different cultures. And now from looking at this photo, this is in India is celebrating called Holi. The people celebrating with colors to welcome the spring. Then we have values. Cultural diversity in terms of values can be illustrated by comparing how different cultures view family, community, and individualism. In this photo, we can see the value of the family, especially daughters. Then we have languages. Cultural diversity in terms of language can be illustrated by examining the wide variety of languages spoken around the world, each representing a unique cultural identity and a way of thinking. And by saying the wide variety of languages, we don't mean only the variety between different languages from different countries, but also the different varieties of the same language or the different dialects at the same country. For example, In China, they have 8 main dialects, and each dialect has its own sub-dialects, and each sub-dialect has its own sub-dialects. It seems to be very complicated. For example, we have 2 main dialects, which are Mandarin and Min. Then we have traditions. Cultural diversity and traditions can be illustrated by looking at how different cultures around the world celebrate weddings. From looking at this photo, we can see a beautiful Indian woman wears the red sari at her wedding. And to make it more clear, we have another example from Japan. In Japan, they were the bride and the groom wear the kimonos, traditional kimonos. And all of these varieties and differences will lead to some challenges. These are challenges faced by both the teachers and the learners. I think, in my opinion, they are related to each other. First, we have language barriers make it hard for teachers to communicate, and at the same time, language barriers make it difficult for students to understand and participate. Then we have cultural differences make management and adapting methods difficult, and at the same time, cultural differences lead to misunderstanding. And now, I'm sorry about this noise, noisy. And now my colleague Sarah Ahmed will present the strategies we can use to solve this issue.
Thank you, Isra, for sharing this comprehensive information. Building on Isra's points, I'll now discuss some effective strategies and real-world examples. The first strategy is to create inclusive classrooms. This strategy focuses on fostering an environment where students feel supported, respected, and valued. The second one is collaborate with parents. Making a strong partnership between teachers and parents is very crucial. The third one is address inequality. To collect data on student performance and participation and access to resources to identify and address inequalities. These strategies are being applied in real world. For example, inclusive curriculum design. Schools in Egypt are adopting curricula that incorporate diverse perspectives, promoting understanding and respect for different cultures. The second one, peer mentoring programs. The University of California, Berkeley has a peer mentoring program that pairs students from different cultural backgrounds to foster mutual understanding. And the last one is ESL programs, teaching English as a second language, like in New York City public school system offer tailored support for non-native English speakers, improving their integration. And now we will know how to implement these strategies with Mr. Hayab.
Okay, thank you, Sarah, for sharing with us this important information. And now I'm trying to say how as a teacher, how can we implement these strategies with 4 points. So the first point with us is related to the materials. So this is the first one with us. So as a teacher, we have to use our diverse materials from various cultures within the classroom. So because this will help us create a multicultural learning environment. For example, you can use literature from different countries, different cultures. So this will be very helpful in your to be taught in your classroom. So this is the first point with us. What about the next one? So we said that the first one, it is connected with the materials. The next one, it is connected to the teaching methods. So you have to apply flexible teaching methods to suit the different learning styles. By styles, by the word styles, I mean, like, for example, to use usual and auditory. Like, for example, some learners, they feel comfortable with using charts and even diagrams. So you have to use them. And the other learners or educators, they feel comfortable with using, like, for example, group discussions. So you have to meet this also. And this about the next one. About the third one with us, it is you have to be connected with the, for example, the parents, or yeah, the parents of your students. So maintaining regular communication with parents, this will bridge the gap between the cultures. Like, for example, they will sharing information about a student program, strengthen, like, this will help parents to stay involved in the process of learning of their children. So this is about the third one. About the last one and the fourth one, it is about the inequalities. Like, for example, you have to address any issues or inequalities within your classroom. As a teacher, you have to be mindful of any inequalities they may exist in your classroom. So we can, for example, be done by through various things, and they may include, you have to include all the students, not just one student or more than one. You have to include all of them. You have to, like, offer scholarship for them to create equal, yani, so simple it is. You have to create all the scholarship, or I mean, يعني a safe space for all students to express their needs and concern, not just some of them. You have to be mindful of this point. And this is about the how to implement these strategies. And now Mr. Ahmed will summarize what we said in the previous slides. And thank you.
Actually, it's me.
Okay, it's Miss Sarah. Yeah, we swapped the rules. It's okay. Go on, Miss Sarah.
Yeah. So as we have just discussed, teaching in today's world presents various challenges, particularly in diverse classrooms. So, however, by acknowledging and addressing these challenges, teachers can create inclusive environments that foster learning and growth for all students. Adequate resources and support, language support program, cultural sensitivity, and differentiated instruction and effective classroom management strategies are all essential components. So we can just prioritize these aspects and to ensure that every student has equal access to quality education and opportunity. And I should mention that I remember that day after our first session in EMI course. So Dr. Wale gave us a file to fill in KWL chart, and that was hard for few of us to be honest. But she changed it all and used Padlet instead, and that was easy for all of us. So I have learned from that data that there is not everyone getting the same thing. There is everybody getting what they need to be successful. Yeah, so as a call for action, institutions like international schools and universities have to foster inclusive, again and again, environment within the students in the classroom. And now it's question time. I'll send you now a button link to write your questions and your feedback too. You'll find it now in the chat box. Yes. Yeah. Feel free to write your feedback there and your questions. I sent it to on the WhatsApp group. Yes, I'll share the Padlet now, of course. Yeah, here we have Mr. Ali. You were very organized. Well done, guys. Yeah, thank you. I like your suit, Mr. Ahmed. Okay. I really love the presentation. It's amazing. Yeah, thank you, Mariam. Here we have Rawan. You as a group did a great job, good organization and good presentation. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Minatullah, you are so cute. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Really so cute one. Also, the PowerPoint itself, the
Yes.
colors is a little bit not a little bit highlighted. So,
We have also my amazing presentation. Yeah, thank you. So after all, guys, I want to thank you all, and especially I want to thank the Radio Cairo Sympathy and AEC, the School of Continuous Education, and I cannot forget Dr. Wala and Dr. Amira. Thank you very much.
Okay, as we said before, thank you. And special thanks to the Relu Cairo US Embassy and AUC School of Continuing Education. Also, a special thanks. Okay, we cannot forget Dr. Palat. Okay, and Dr. Amir. Thank you for exerting much effort with us. And that's it.